The red residue from the prior capital punishment's trip on a white flower nearby Gabimaru sits cross, legged with his head down and his neck exposed, ready to meet the same fate. The executioner draws his blade back and comes down with a few blows, but his blade rather gets broken, which surprises the official. With a nonchalant look on his face, Gabimaru lifts his head as he ponders on why he can't die. He feels like he has no attachment to life, which is evident with the countless lives he has taken till this point. The young shinobi doesn't expect to live a long life, but after that failed attempt. He is sent back to his cell, where surgery documents his biography. From what she gathered, Gabimaru was born in the shinobi village of Awabikir, where he studied assassination techniques. From a young age, many died during the training, but the ones that survived developed superhuman bodies. She knows that. The feat of the blade breaking on his flesh is a simple task for someone of his caliber. He agrees and remarks that someone with such bad swordsmanship as the executioner couldn't hurt him. He adds that he didn't even have to use ninjutsu surgery, is interested to see some of his techniques. But he declines to show her the following day. The Lord orders that Gabimaru be burned at the stake. This is a bit unconventional because this punishment is normally reserved for the crime of arson. They build an elaborate platform, and the villagers place dry hay around him. One of the guards is ordered to puncture him to make his demise quicker as a mercy. But as he thrusts, the spirit breaks on impact without leaving a single scratch. The shinobi apologizes for hurting the spear. Talk about savage, they set the hay ablaze, which quickly engulfs Gabimaru in flame. But after a moment, his stare can be seen through the roaring fire. The Lord grinds his teeth in frustration. As they send him back to his cell without a change of clothes, Sadri joins him again for questioning, but she keeps her back turned to him, given his current condition. He tells her that he is not trying to resist his fate and would love it if they could actually take his life. He continues revealing that he doesn't know his parents. All he's aware of is that they met their demise at the village chief's hand when he was a baby. He's not aware of the reason. But he has no feelings about the event. He doesn't have any dreams or aspirations. Since shinobi only have one job, she then wants to know the circumstances that led to his capture. Gabimaru discloses that he wanted to leave the village, so his cohort betrayed him on a job resulting in his detention. He is certain that the village chief ordered it, as no one is allowed to leave the village. She is interested to know why he wanted to leave in the first place, but he ignores the question. The next day, the Lord tries to have him stretched by bulls, so they tie him up and have two strong bulls pull his legs, but he reels them back in with a simple leg tug, which leaves them exhausted. The Lord is livid at this point, feeling that if things keep like this, the magistrate's office will be disgraced, so he orders that they bring more bulls. Sadri sees that despite Gabimaru is saying he wants to be killed. It seems to her that he's trying to resist. She wants to know why he tried to leave the village. The Lord doesn't care about the records and just wants to end him, but Sadri stops them. Because she wants to hear the answer, Gabimaru answers, and his way being that he was the best in the village. So he had the chief's recognition and married his daughter. However, he dubs her as a carefree and naive girl who was sheltered and as a result had turned his life upside down. He was bewildered and got fed up with her. He didn't want to lose his edge, so he decided to leave, which landed him in this situation. Later that night, Sadri gets escorted by one of the observers. He warns her to mind her own business as a woman and not get involved with Gabimaru. The guy tells her that he has a sinister epithet called Gabimaru the Hollow. He cuts down his targets with no remorse. He is a hollow man without blood or tears. The shinobi took out 20 men before he was arrested. There is a rumor that the ninjas of Awabikir village consume an elixir of life, the medicine of immortality that comes from Shinsenkyo. He stops himself and apologizes for talking too much. The old-timer warns her again that Gabimaru is dangerous. She questions why a hollow man would fight back so hard that he ended 20 men. Meanwhile, Gabimaru sits there and thinks about Sadri's comments about him resist his death sentence. He makes his mind up that the following day he will end it. The time comes, and he walks out unscathed after being boiled in hot oil. The flames even engulf some of the guards standing nearby as he walks back to his cell. He wonders why he wouldn't die. In his mind, he should have no lingering attachments. The Lord is now terrified as he asks why Gabimaru won't die so that they can all be free with this last feat. Sadri closes her book and informs the lord that the arrangements have been made, so she is ready to start at any time after a short while. Gebamaru is chained and led to another area as he wonders what kind of punishment they are going to attempt this time. The lord laughs with confidence, as he is sure that this one will shut up the shinobi. The doors open, and to his shock, he sees Seidri sitting before him. The lord reveals that she's no mere inspector, but a sword tester sent from Edo. She's an executioner from the famous Yamana clan who have been in this line of work for generations. They are master swordsmen capable of ending things in one blow. Gabamaru is surprised that the clan has a female tester. He stands there shocked as she informs him that the shogun has charged her with his execution surgery, reminds him that he wanted someone to end him, and she can fulfill that wish. He gets a vision of her detaching his head from his neck. The shinobi immediately grabs his neck and recognizes her as the real deal. He quickly breaks his restraints, and in a flash, she is beside him, already prepared to enact the vision. But he dodges. There is a cut on his neck, which shocks him. She continues to attack as he evades. He contemplates his resolve to leave this world from her experience and the time she has spent with Gabamaru. She knows that there is a great emptiness inside him, but she is also certain from listening to him describing his history that he lied about one thing. He does have an attachment to life. She lets him know that he loves his wife, and she is reason enough for him to live those words. Ripple inside Gabamaru as he gets visions of how the times he spent with herself in him. She had a dream that one day they can be a normal married couple. Divisions end with Gabamaru dashing to grab one of the guard's sword's words. He then begins to clash with Surgery, who blocks and parries his assault. As she continues to peel the layers of the real reason he wants to live, she wants to know why he would lie to himself. His wife was the motive for his resistance to dying. He tells her to shut up as he tries to inform her that he has no attachment, and proceeds to yell that she doesn't know the world that he has lived in. He darts forward to attack as he states that he's hollow. He remembers his wife telling him that he was not hollow. Gabamara thinks the nickname suits him because he has grown accustomed to terrible and ugly things. His wife hugged him, which revealed her face. She was scared that he would reject her. However, she called him kind because he wasn't repulsed by it. The mark was given by her father to make her understand the world they live, and the men are to be shinobi, and the woman's job is just to bear children. But she believes that people's dreams don't die so easily, as she kisses her husband from the way he blushes. She knows that he can't be hollow. Things flash back to the present, and he continues his assault, claiming his hollow label. He went to the chief to alert him that he wanted to have a quiet life with his wife, as he wanted to have a quiet life with his wife, as he wanted to retire from assassinations. But the chief gave his answer to the request by having him captured as he comes down with an attack. Sadri counters with a scroll that pauses him in place. It is an official pardon. It doesn't only dismiss all charges. It even grants him the shogun's protection. With this, neither the magistrate's office nor the village's shinobi could harm him. However, it does come with one condition. He must venture to the underworld. Her statement confuses him at first, but she explains that there is a land called Shinsenki, brimming with fertility and joy, where there is no pain. Since ancient times, people have called it paradise and heaven, among other names. The location of the land has been speculated till it was found by a few travelers. It is reported that in that land, dancing flowers and beautiful singing voices were some of the things discovered, and it is said that the immortality-granting elixir of life can be found in Shinsenkyo. Hearing this, the shogun had sent a search party there to acquire the elixir. However, one fortnight alone, Bao returned with beautiful flowers. Upon closer inspection, they realized that there were remains inside with a body that had a look of joy on his face as flower grew from his eyes. The authorities sent 5 more expeditions, but no one returned. Gabamara comments that the information being told sounds like a fairy tale. She agrees, and so did everyone else until they saw humans becoming flowers. The ruler found this incident to be mysterious, so he concluded that the legends must be true, which in turn means that the elixir of life must be there. He therefore ordered them to gather criminals condemned to death for the next expedition. Since these people are expendable, whoever brings back the elixir of life will be pardoned. Sadri came looking for potential candidates. She wanted someone with skill and a fierce desire to live. She reveals that on her way there, she heard that Gabamar's wife was still in Awabikir since the day of his capture. She has closed herself off and hasn't spoken to anyone. Sadri speculates that she must believe that he will return, so she asks him again if he has any attachment to life, and adds that the only way for him to see his wife is to travel to the mysterious island with heinous criminals condemned to death and compete with them for the pardon the Lord heard. Everything, and just wants the guy dead at this point. He thinks releasing him over such nonsense is ridiculous. He then orders his men to attack the Lord as adamant, and even threatens Sadri if she gets in the way. Gabimaru, the hollow, processes all the information and sheds a tear that he has a second chance. He remembers that Sadri wanted to see ninjutsu. She gasps in awe as he releases a fire-style technique that defeats all the guards in an instant. He sits on top of their unconscious bodies like a boss. Sadri puts the Lord in his place as Gabimaru decides to take the deal and hunt for his freedom. He complains a little when he finds out that they have to go to Edo to make things official. The shinobi is eager to get the elixir with conviction. He states that he will overcome all the obstacles and make it back alive for his wife. That brings the episode to an end.